Hello, everybody. It's the Film Optimist, and today I'm talking about the Amazing Spider-Man. Um, I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it before. I don't think so. I don't think I've ever reviewed anything else Spider-Man related, but he's my favorite superhero. And so when this movie was coming out, I had a lot of mixed feelings because I grew up with the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Um, I read some of the comic books, um, and that was Spider-Man for me. It was Tobey Maguire. So, and Andrew Garfield is he's so pretty. He's so handsome. He's a great actor. How is he going to match up to Toby's Peter Parker? Um, there's a lot of arguments on who's the best. I feel that Andrew Garfield is firmly in the middle for me. Um, he Tobey Maguire is the general consensus is he's a great Peter Parker, not so much a great Spider-Man. Now that's debatable because he's kind of fucking cringe in some of the movies. Tobey Maguire is. Andrew Garfield doesn't come off as a good Peter Parker because he comes off he does the outcast thing well. And what is a nerd nowadays? What's an outcast nowadays? He's just quiet, doesn't really talk to anybody. His one best friend, um, fuck, what is his name? Harry Osborn, is gone. Um, so we don't. He doesn't really have any friends to speak of. Spider Man, he's great with the quips. He's a really good Spider Man. Um, they do the whole shtick over again, which is a mistake with the whole Uncle Ben storyline. They did it to perfection in the Spider Man series, but in this one, we get a little bit more backstory of who Peter Parker is. He has parents. And at the very beginning, we see his parents leave, and we don't know what happens to them until like the second one. Then we find out like, oh, there's a bunch of shit going on that they were involved with. They were friends with um, Norman Osborn. They were in leagues with Oscorp, so they deal with all that shit. Um, and then so Peters was basically by himself. He's got Aunt May. He's got Uncle Ben, but other than that, what the fuck? Then he gets bit by the spider, and his whole life changes. Uncle Ben dies, just like in the originals. They don't utter the phrase "with great power comes great responsibility," which is a huge, huge line. They didn't want it to be cut and paste, but they still cut and pasted the shit. Like it's still the same fucking story, dude. Like we're not dumb. Someone guns down Uncle Ben in a fucked up robbery, um, and Peter lies there with his dying uncle in his arms, and oh my god, Uncle Ben, I'm sorry, and after a fucking argument, and then yeah, but in this one, instead of just getting revenge once, he becomes a total prick and just starts beating the shit out of everybody. It's kind of like a heel Spider-Man, a bad guy Spider-Man, the vigilante that J. Jonah Jameson makes him out to be. The sneeze. Bless me. So Spider-Man eventually gets better. He meets. I think he already knows her, but he sneaks into Oscorp, and Gwen Stacy is someone that he has a crush on, and he is very head over heels for. And they got this one right. Gwen Stacy is Peter Parker's first girlfriend, first major girlfriend. I think Liz might have come before that. Liz Harker, or whatever her name is. He dates somebody else, but then they break up. He gets with Gwen Stacy, and Gwen Stacy is the biggest one. Stan Lee wanted her to be a big character, and we'll talk about it next week in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 review. But some shit happens, and yeah. But Gwen Stacy was before Mary Jane. This was his love, and I think they handled the romance in these two films a lot better than they did in the trilogy. They try to compact all of it, which is what kind of fucked it up. But it's really cool to see how they like each other. I think the secret comes out in this film. Yeah, she learns that Peter Parker is Spider Man. So it's kind of like this is like the ultimate Spider Man take in the films. It also there's a lot of mixed reception for this reboot because it's like it only came like a couple years after this the original Spider Man trilogy. So it's like how are we supposed to like this guy when we were just getting over Tobey Maguire? I think he did a good job. I think with my ranking, my Spider Man ranking, the Amazing Spider-Man movies used to be at the bottom, but then I rewatched them with my wife, and my wife fucking loves these movies. She's like, "Fuck Tobey Maguire, these movies are great." And I was watching them with her, and I was like, "They really are pretty cool." And then I'll see the criticism, and they're okay. Like the criticism, like I get. I just fucking love Spider-Man. I don't think there's ever been a Spider-Man movie that I've been like, just completely fuck this thing. You know, like fuck this adaptation. I think it's like Spider-Man. It's how I used to be with Mortal Kombat. Say what you mean. Tell me I'm right. It's my mom. Hey, one second, mom. So, yeah, that's basically it on my Amazing Spider-Man review. Oh, the Lizard is a big villain. And they fight each other. It's great, great match, matchup. Rice is it Rice offends Icons? I don't remember. Anyway, I'm glad that they did a different villain for the Amazing Spider-Man movies. And didn't rely on old shit too much. They did the fucking Uncle Ben thing, but whatever, you know. Andrew Garfield did a great job, and I think in the end he got fisted harder than anyone else did in Sony Pictures for simply stating the truth. He had a vision, and they didn't agree with it. So that's my review on the Amazing Spider-Man. You guys have a good one. I saw this in theaters. I really liked it. Okay, that's it. Okay, bye.